One of Camp Patriot's latest ventures was an opportunity to participate in the 150th anniversary of the Pony Express ride.
This is the 31st year that the National Pony Express Association has done a re-ride across the Pony Express Trail.
Jack Rhodes and I became friends about 3 years ago, and he, in passing, kind of mentioned that he was involved with the Pony Express ride.
We put our heads together and decided, with this 150th coming up, why don't we bring a couple of wounded veterans along with us and host their ride with us.
Certainly thrilled to be here today, and especially proud to have a couple of wounded veterans with us that we're hosting on this eventful ride today. These are gentlemen that have been in the real thick of it, and it's amazing what they've gone through.
Gilbert Maglianis knows the deep, dark valley of physical and emotional recovery. The back of his head was torn open, his hand mangled, his body riddled with shrapnel, when he and his team had a 2,000-pound JDAM bomb accidentally called onto their position.
When I first woke up and realized what happened, they told me when my team members were passed away, 3 team members dead, and then I totally lost my capability of finishing my career. Then I'm like, I lost everything I could do.
His whole life, he'd been the strong man, the guy who could do everything and was good at it. And all of a sudden, he didn't even know how to tie his shoes. He had to have an L and an R on his left and right shoes so he knew which was the left and right.
Last night, we were able to stop at Outlook Pass and camp out. So we, after setting up tents, we were able to sit around a campfire and share some stories and to realize what Mag had gone through. He was part of an ODA team that helped secure then President-elect Karzai. And so it was a very special piece of history to have him be able to perform his duties as a Special Forces soldier in that capacity, and also tie him into this ride.
When you leave here to go overseas to fight, serve, in any situation you go over and come back, I don't care if you're support or combat or anything, you're never going to come home the exact same, never.
Close to 2 years ago, I was bedridden. I couldn't walk, I couldn't talk, I couldn't eat.
Another wounded veteran that has found hope and enlightenment through Camp Patriot is a soldier we'll call Mario. He was severely wounded when the Humvee he was riding in backed over an IED during a gun battle.
We started doing some maneuvers to confuse the enemy, and upon one of our maneuvers, we backed into the IED. I was blown up. Next thing I remember is waking up, and I just see the blood coming. I feel the bone, the teeth, all in my mouth. They were just hanging there. They wasn't intact. They were just hanging.
The left side of Mario's face was completely torn away, and his lower leg was laced with shrapnel. His wounds required almost 18 months worth of rehabilitative and constructive surgeries.
I took the doctors 10 months to put this beautiful face back together. They did a great job. A lot of my friends say I'm better looking now than I was before the accident, and I think it's true.
One of the reasons that Micah talked about inviting these wounded veterans to special events touched me is because I'm a veteran myself. I flew helicopter gunships in Vietnam. I had some good friends that are wounded, some that died. I know what it means to be able to go to special events if you wouldn't be able to go otherwise. So it did touch my heart.
You know, when you're able to see these service members get out and after they've lost their eyesight or a limb and actually accomplish something that a lot of able-bodied people just sit on the couch and say, I can't do it, is pretty amazing. I mean, I really think that in that aspect, I have the best job on the planet. Challenging myself with new activities have been the best.
One of the gentlemen hadn't even been on a horse. I talked to him before he got on the horse, and I said, expect this, expect that, hold the rein a certain way. And he said that in Special Forces, we adapt.
I cannot tell you how exciting it was the other day, riding a horse at full speed. It's another rush. It's a beautiful feeling, something live underneath you running. And then looking over to your right side, seeing your horse's shadow and seeing your shadow on top of it. As far as I knew, right then in that second, I'm perfectly healthy. There's not a darn thing wrong with me. I'm not missing no fingers. I'm not half blind. I didn't feel nothing except the movement of that horse.
He adapted. That's a moment I won't forget either. It was beautiful.